What's up, guys?
What's going on?
It's Gabe.
Gabe and Sam here.
This is Sam, that's Gabe. Well, alright, we tried to do a video last week and we couldn't get it to upload, so we're going to redo that video. Some common myths that, or questions that we always get from generally girls, but some of these apply to guys as well. The first one is
getting bigger with weightlifting. This is primarily for women. A lot of women don't want to get size or get bulky or have bigger arms or whatever it is from lifting weights. And you know, women just don't have testosterone like men do. You can't produce the same size or quality of muscle that men can without, you know, taking some sort of drug or steroid. Like, I think a lot of girls have like those female bodybuilders pictured in their mind, and there's really no chance in hell you're ever gonna be able to look like that unless you are extremely dedicated to weightlifting and take steroids, you know. So you don't have to worry about getting too big or anything like that because it's really not going to happen.
no, there's just women do not produce enough testosterone in order to get the muscles to get that bulky look that bodybuilders have, or that you see the lady on the front of a fitness magazine look like that. You're not going to get like that unless you're taking something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said, you have to be 110% committed, and probably a lot of you are not. Anyways, second one is turning muscle into fat. How many times do you hear this, not only from girls but from guys? Oh, I'm going to turn I'm going to start going to the gym, I'm going to turn this muscle into fat, or vice versa, you know. If I don't work out, is this muscle going to turn into fat? No.
No, it's actually impossible because they're two completely different tissues. So muscle tissue and fat tissue will never turn from one to the other.
And vice versa.
And vice versa, because it's impossible. They're two separate tissues.
Yeah, your fat cells and muscle tissue and fat tissue are completely different.
Yeah, like a lot of people say, oh, what happens to bodybuilders all get fat when they stop lifting or something like that. I mean, you might see a bodybuilder that looks like he's a lot fatter, but like the more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism is. So like if you stop training the way you train to, you know, maintain that muscle and that metabolism, but keep eating in a way that you know, like eating a lot, like you had a fast metabolism, you're gonna get fat. If that makes sense.
But the tissue is not going to change muscle into fat.
Never.
By any means. Never. You're just going to put fat on top of that.
Yeah.
So that's why it appears. So if you have somebody who's very, very cut up and then they stop working out and then they look about the same size, but it just looks more smooth and not as there's not as many striations in their muscles. That's because there's a layer of fat. Either the fat goes in your muscle, but then it also goes across the top of it. So if you're not working out and you're not eating as well as you should be, then you're going to get that fat that goes in your muscle as well as on top of it. The third most common one that we hear is, I work out, so I can eat whatever I want. This is completely correct, isn't it?
Yeah, incorrect. Very incorrect.
Oh, this is not correct?
Yeah. Yeah, so many people think they can just eat what they want just because they work out. And I mean, a lot of people they say that are younger, so they have faster metabolism, but that is absolutely not true.
By any means.
Yeah, bodybuilders don't just eat what they want to eat. You know what I mean? They have very strict, disciplined diets.
Even if you're not trying to aspire to something of that nature, if you want the results that you want, and you want to actually sacrifice and do something for them, you can't just eat whatever you want.
No.
Absolutely
not.
And the last thing is, it kind of ties in with the first one, so it's perfect to round out, is women only need to do cardio. This, for many reasons, but when you're doing cardio, your body needs energy to run or whatever type of cardio you're doing. So that energy comes from your fat as well as your muscle. So if you are trying to get a toned look or what have you, by doing tons of cardio, your body is actually eating your fat and it's actually eating your muscle. So you're not going to get that toned look at all.
Yeah. I mean, you can still lose fat, like he's saying, but you're not going to be able to get that definition you want. I mean, I've worked out with girls or seen girls at the gym that lift weights hard, and they're not by any means masculine looking, you know what I mean? They do a balance of weight training and in cardio or whatever fit circuit training or whatever they're doing, but they do a balance of both. So it's not just all one or all the other. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is having a balance. But definitely don't only do cardio. Mix cardio in with other stuff, because like you said, you're going to be feeding away on your muscle, and the more muscle your body has, actually the faster your metabolism is.
This is very, very true. Your muscle responds to resistance. So if you are trying to, say, maybe shape up your waistline or your ass or your thighs or your stomach or whatever it is, doing a combination, a balanced approach, is going to be the best way to do this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Balance from not only strength training as well as some type of cardiovascular training, but also the sleeping part of your overall package, your balanced approach, as well as, which is almost probably one of the most important things, is the way that you eat. We call it diet, but it's really not a diet. It's a lifestyle, because diet has a connotation associated with it that's only temporary. This is not a temporary thing. If you want that look, you can't have it be temporary.
Yeah, if you want to achieve it and keep it, it can't be temporary. It has to be something you're committed to all the time, That's just how it comes down to it.
Lastly, if you enjoyed this video or thought there was anything
Remotely useful,
please like the video. And if you really like the video and want to see anything else that we have to offer, which they probably don't, but if you do, press the subscribe button somewhere.
and leave us a comment with whatever workout tips or suggestions or anything you'd like to see us make a video of. Just leave it in a comment. We will read it and get back to you with the video. All right.
Thanks, guys.